After our crossing from Pensacola to Tampa, we spent a few weeks in the Manatee River knocking out projects. We knew that once we left the United States, parts and supplies would get harder to come by.
Goats?
The weather was mostly gorgeous, and with the help of family, friends, and our patrons, we got a ton of stuff done and said goodbye to a valuable crew member. Previously on Spoondrifter, we spent 3 years in a boatyard, bringing our 40-year-old hurricane-damaged sailboat back to life. Todd, I, and 4 of our 10 kids knew nothing about boats when we started, but with time, we have repowered, re-rigged, and turned this boat into a home that's ready for the next big adventure, before we sail to Florida and leave the U.S. for bluer waters. Okay, so I've added a new accessory. I'm not sure what I think about it, but Todd lost a pair of glasses overboard. And so we got everybody these little strings to keep our glasses on because we do not have a whole bunch of extras. But I'm waiting for Todd and Abigail to show up from running errands, and then we will head back to the boat for dinner. Yeah, it's nice and warm, isn't it? A nice day. All right. Okay, Abigail, help us push. You're getting a little ways out there. Well, you're going to just went.
Well. So, catamaran, us, this abandoned boat, another boat that's not abandoned, another boat that's not abandoned, an abandoned boat. All in like a semicircle line. That's kind of funny. Beautiful night though. I'm actually sweating from being too warm in the boat, but I'm not complaining today.
Well, Gabriel has moved into an apartment with his cousins and his brother and all kinds of people, and we are taking his guitar and his blankets.
And his trash.
It's not trash.
Oh.
And bringing them to him. Hello? Well, they must be out doing something.
Alright. How about working? Don't they work afternoon, evenings?
Yeah, they do work afternoon, evenings. So Gabriel is getting off of the boat. He is going to serve.
Getting? He got off the boat.
He's gotten off the boat. He's serving a mission for our church this winter, and this summer he is joining his cousins and earning money working. So
he's selling solar panels. So if you need any solar panels,
yep,
contact us. We'll
contact
put you in touch
us
with Gabe.
and we'll help you out. But yeah, he is going to do that for the summer and have a fantastic time playing in the downtime with his cousins, and his brother's going to be here. He's in good hands. So we're gonna miss him.
Got a dog running around our feet here. All right.
We're gonna miss him. Yeah, if it wasn't family that he was abandoning us for, I'm not sure I would be willing to let him go. But he's gonna have a great time. Hello, are you having a great time?
Yep.
Everything's fantastic. Looks like you were at the beach.
Yep.
This is what happens. You meet new people, you give them gasoline. This is the way it works.
This is the way it works.
You go to lunch, give them a little water. Yeah.
You're making 2 trips now.
Yeah.
It's Maine water.
Well, it's Maine, but they sell it in New York, and you can't get it here in Florida.
Awesome.
No offense, I like Florida, but you know what? We're getting the New York water.
Well, we got here just in time before it floated away.
It wouldn't have floated away. We got it tied off good.
Yes, but you know what I mean.
That's why I was behind you when we left. I was checking the tide. All right, guys. Today, we are working on anchor chain stuff. We decided to buy more chain. We only have 100 feet. So today we're going to change it out. I I bought it the other day. I painted it. Rusty and his wife Yole are coming down to help us change that out. Because
we'll let Rusty do it, and then if it fails, it's his fault.
sorry, I lost your anchor, man. Sorry.
We could not afford to buy enough chain to replace what we already had, so we chose to use a splice to join our additional chain. We had ordered 150 extra feet, but a mix-up at the warehouse meant we only got 126, bringing our total to 226 feet of G4 3/8" chain. So what was the brand we got? Crosby?
I think this
Crosby.
is a Crosby.
So it was Crosby or Campbell were the links that Mantis told us to use so that they would be the strongest.
It says the ones from West Marine are made in China. They might be perfectly fine, but there's no load testing on them, so who knows? At least these are engineered and load tested.
When you got a $1,000 chain and anchor out.
Yep.
And your boat. All right.
Let me test it.
I got to pull this whisker pull end off. So this guy right here does not move. Aluminum cast housing has cracked, which has caused it to fill with salt water and create corrosion inside there. That leaves me with, I'm going to have to drill out the rivets, and hopefully I can get this end off so we can do some measurements and make sure we get the right one ordered for it. So that is what we need to order. There's a boat resale shop about an hour and a half from here, and we have a borrowed car from one of our relatives. We may go try to see if we can't see if they have any. If not, I think we found one we could order online for about $100.
Good morning. We are headed to Don's Salvage Yard, something like that. It's the place to go to find used boat parts. We're gonna see if we can find a spot, end for our broken whisker pole. So, wish us luck. So, goats and frames. This place is the Disneyland of boat parts. It's like buildings and buildings of stuff. You still in here, dear? Yes? No? I hear something. Need a prop? This place is crazy amazing. If you are ever in the Clearwater area and need boat parts, you have to come check this place out. It's really cool.
Alright guys, so we're here at, I think it's Don's Marine Salvage and Surplus. You need a mast, you know? Yeah, another mast? How about even more masts? I'm looking for one of these guys for our whisker pull end. And they told me there might be some out here by the masts. But oh my God, there are so many masts. So many masts. I don't know where to even start looking for one of these things.
We were very excited to meet up with a couple other YouTube sailing families at the Salvage Yard. Going Coastal introduced us to the Azimuth Adventure, who is refitting their Irwin at the Salvage Yard. We had lots to discuss as they are both working hard on sharing their adventures on YouTube as they prepare to sail away. And in true boat kid fashion, they found ways to entertain themselves and made sure to get contact numbers so they could stay in touch. Okay, so we have deployed the children into the water to scrub the water line. And Todd and I are supposed to be doing some other things, but mainly we might as well get in the water with them because, you know, we're doing more rescuing than anything else. But let's go see what they're up to.
It's cold! No! I can't, macaroni! Oh, I almost got bye-bye. Where are we? Where are we?
Is it coming off?
Huh?
Is the black coming off?
Black?
The yucky stuff along the edge?
Yeah?
Good.
I'm fine with this stuff. You're not even going anywhere. Yeah! No, you're not. Ah!
You're gonna go scare them? What's your project?
I'm just PB blastering things. And then I have to let it sit for about a week. So I'll have to wait until then to do anything.
I've never done this before and I am so scared.
Isn't it awesome?
No. Need you to stand by in case you have to go get them if they can't get in.
The question is, does this look like 2/3 of a grand? 2/3 of a boat buck right here.
As you haven't seen us do like $3,000 somewhere because we, for the last 6 months, have just been adding extras every week. We feel like we've got a really good handle on the staple stuff. What people are telling us is it's all of the stuff that makes the staples fun that you will run out of. All our friends have said, get it while you're further north, like Marathon, the Keys, all of that is super expensive. It's super expensive everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy. We're just gonna eat beans and rice. That's what we've decided. It's like, well.
Half a boat buck?
Oh, I can't push it, it's so heavy. Well, I think we need to rearrange. We have a lot more stuff. So we will get about this. Yeah,
Still have a bunch
probably
left.
about $2,000, including everything we have added to the pantry. All right, start getting this unloaded, huh? Todd's still got another boatload, so that's 2 giant boatloads, 1 more littler boatload.
This is even heavier. All right, moving the dinghy to the rear. I'm working on my inside tan today. Yeah, I got to change this line on my arms here to all be the same color. And we have this to deal with, the provisioning. I'm gonna put away all of the provisions. So we're cleaning out an area here. Tammy's making sourdough starter for bread, and the cat is just being the cat. I'm also trying to wire the solar panel that our friend Klaus gave us. It's been mounted on the rail, but I haven't had it wired because I've got to run the wire through some really hard spots. And I guess today's the day. So Klaus, we're gonna get your panel hooked up. That'll be awesome. Give us an extra couple 100 watts on our power.
We're finishing this project. Putting this rail on that side. Then we're still short 1 rail, right? This stuff is not cheap and not easy to find. We went to the Dawn Salvage. They did not have any 1-inch stuff. Well, they had aluminum, but not stainless. And then I have to redo this. The netting has to be redone. then that side will be finished.
Yep.
So what are you up to?
About 5.5.
That joke gets old.
Yeah, well, when you're small, it's all you got. You got to go with it. Well, this right here is for our out haul on the boom. And it's too big for the little cam cleat that it fits into, so it doesn't actually hold. So I thought, well, hey, I'll just pull off the end of the boom and we'll replace that line. So I tied a piece of line to the piece, plenty big enough to make it work. But apparently there's a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 purchase set of pulleys inside the boom. So my line wasn't long enough. So I have now run out of line. So I'm adding line to the line I added to the rope to see if we can get this out so I can change out that piece of line.
Well, I'm gonna leave you to this.
We're supposed to go over to the beach today and enjoy ourselves, right?
I hear a grinder. Thought we were gonna unscrew it.
I'm trying to, well, I tried. I couldn't get the screws undone because they're stainless steel screws into aluminum, so they've corroded, so it'd take a lot of time. So I'm trying to grind a little notch. Alright. So, before we go up the mast, we thought we'd actually be a little smarter today. We're going to test it first and make sure it works. Since this is used stuff, and some of it supposedly has been refurbished, we don't know if it actually was refurbished or not. Apparently we have to use this special C-Talk power wire.
Isn't it awesome that they have 800 numbers to call?
Right. 3.7. Not bad. 4 knots.
All right, you ready to go up the mast?
I think it works.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm up on top of the world. Here's our Windex. Top of the mast. DeSoto Point. Nice little anchorage. And there we got the boat down there. Alright, I got to prep the top of the mast for the wind instrument, which the old bolts apparently had broke off and they're still in place, so I'm going to have to mount it into a new location. So I'm going to do that, and then I don't know, I guess I can figure out how to run the wire first, make sure that we can actually do that, which I can't see where the wire is right now. So that'll be a fun problem. Alright, here we go.
Okay, Todd is up mast and Liberty and I are hanging out in the cockpit. We have these radios so that we aren't screaming at each other to hear what he needs. Alright, Todd says that he is almost ready for me to start pulling this wire down the mast. So let's go look at it. There is wire that I have to pull out. Seems to be working. All right, tell Dad I've got it.
She's got it.
Well, are we ready to see if it works?
Well, no.
No?
I have to crimp new ends on them because I had to cut them to get them through the hole, remember?
Oh.
So I considered trying to get them to go all the way down, but I figured 56 feet down a mast with all those ends on it would make it so bulky that if it got hung up anywhere, I didn't want to risk having a problem, so I just cut them. So did you get it figured out?
We need to calibrate it, which requires that we go in circles.
Oh. Well, we wait long enough, the wind's going to do that for us, right? 10.2 knots of wind, 9.5 knots of wind. It's dead into the wind right here. So turning in circles is supposed to
Fix that.
fix that. We're here, and turning in circles is supposed to fix that.
But now, really the only thing this gives us is just like we go, wow, we saw gusts up to 52.
It gives us frames of reference to be able to feel and go, okay, that's my experience shows me with my instruments in the past that this is X number of knots. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what it does.
it's not required.
No, it's not required.
And we are super, super grateful that Salty Escape gave us their old stuff because we wouldn't have bought this. It's not in our budget.
Because the other reason is because I'm getting old and I have to lean back like this to look up at the Windex to see what the wind direction is. And this will do it for me, so I don't have to have a kink neck anymore. Be with that.
Anyway, this is what I put up with, guys. We are excited to have this on the boat and to start using it.
Thank you, Corey and Becky from Salty Escape, for this. This was really cool. We really appreciate it, and it's going to be a lot of fun to play with.
We will talk to you next week.
All right, see you later.
Bye.